Faraway is a tune that I wrote some years ago and was thinking about, again, some open sounds and some open intervals, and then there's some interesting shorter phrases that somehow just kind of popped up, and I like that because I think we go in assuming maybe a tune will be normal phrasing, but then the tune itself, the melody, will kind of dictate how it works itself out. And I built it around a chord that I'm real fond of. Just a real colorful chord that has a lot of interesting places that you can go, and I wanted a space in the tune where there was actually some time where it sat there, that you could kind of see what would happen, when you're improvising, and also that the melody could kind of sit there for a while, just so you could get that sound in your ear. Steve and I recorded this on our duo album. It's actually the title cut of the CD, and Steve had a great way of just getting inside the tune and really bringing out all the right things. I always feel like when I play with him, he has a spread way of playing that there's never any clutter in the middle. So in this tune, I like to play more chords than I might in a more swing bebop tune. And I always feel like I can fit those things in the tune and everything, and he creates the perfect space for that. I think that's not an easy thing to always do, but one of the reasons I think we have such a nice chemistry working is that finding the spaces in the ranges so that everything fits and doesn't conflict with each other. But really a joy to play this tune with these guys. They play it great.
This is a beautiful tune that Rusty has written, and when I'm playing on a tune like this, it just feels like it's most appropriate really to play the roots of the chords that he has written, to not try to make up a kind of a bass part or a bass line or a bass groove or a bass ostinato or anything that involves more than really just the root motion of the chords. And so because of the tempo and the time feel and what Steve is doing in the drums, it kind of feels like this tune just sort of flows like water, right? Like a river, and we're all sort of just floating along on it, or we're carried along by this current. And so you really just want to do, at least I find myself just wanting to do the simplest thing that lets you just keep right up with that current and keep everything flowing. And so what that kind of results in is playing a lot of roots, a lot of octaves, just following the contour of the chord changes, and then adding rhythms still based on just those notes really, but adding rhythms sort of like a drummer would play drum fills. And I think if you listen to the bass part, turn your ear to it, that's kind of what you'll hear on this sort of tune. It's fun that it's fast, but it's not really fast. It just moves at a brisk pace, and so you don't want it to be too labored. And it's really refreshing to play a tune like this with musicians who feel this kind of time innately, and you want to surround yourself with musicians who feel time the same way that you do. So when I'm playing this, I really feel like I'm playing along. I don't feel like I'm obligated to make something happen, to disturb anything. I just take part in the whole onrushing sort of flow of how it goes. And I think that's the best approach, at least from the bass chair, for this kind of a tune.
The hallmark of a well-crafted composition is that when you're playing the song, you do not think of any other, you do not relate it to any other song that you've played. Faraway by Rusty Burge is that kind of song. He harmonically and rhythmically, he set up a feel that has rich harmony. It creates, as Jeremy said, kind of a nice horizontal landscape that is the peaceful, but then when it comes to the sus4 with the flat 9 chord, the scale he was showing you, there's a little rub there, So it goes between tension and release, and it does it very well. The melody moves very smoothly, but it has this underpinning eighth note, strong, driving melody rhythm that can be changed between. It could imply just a straight eighth ECM feel. It could go into a Brazilian feel a little bit. Then the bridge changed to minor. It goes from major to minor, so it has a nice contrast there as well. Then the other thing is that we play lines together throughout, even through our solos at the first ending. The vibes and piano join together. So while you're soloing, you keep in mind that you're going to come back to a line where we join. So that has a nice effect of going out and coming back. And we do that several times through the chorus of the song. It's fun to play this song. It has such a rich major sound in the A sections that I can play the roots even though we have a bass player. So I can play a nice open root sounding chord, but then I can play the chords up higher, and then Rusty can play his chords right in the middle, so that you have like a 3-layered harmony going on. It's very full, but it's very transparent. It seems like every time we play this song, we kind of get excited about playing it and take it to a new place. And that, again, is just a wonderful hallmark of a great composition by Rusty.
This tune, Far Away, with its odd phrases, really creates an opportunity to extend some cymbal phrasing. So you got to kind of be thinking ahead. You can't have 8-bar phrases if there's that extra bar. So I'm always trying to construct some long cymbal lines. The melody to this song is actually kind of peaceful. It's long and it's sustained at times. But the underpinning of the whole piece is kind of this little bubbling energy. Jeremy mentioned a stream or something like that. So I guess I'm part of the stream where I'm keeping that energy going through my cymbal work. Again, trying to choose cymbals that don't get in the way. At the same time, we want to keep the stream moving forward. So I'm trying to create longer phrases, and I'm trying to create some rhythmic interest. I incorporate a lot of hemiolas, or 3/4, or I'll take an idea from the song. Rusty wrote a lot of 1 and 2 and. So I'll take that idea and use that as a launch point for some of my phrasing. And then, as Steve mentioned, the hooks in the endings, first ending and second ending, dee-da-da-da, I'm not going to play those all the time, but I will kind of infer those on occasion. And I might infer some of those within the song, too. So basically, I'm taking all the rhythmic information coming my way and just turning it into my drum concept. But I love these kinds of tunes because they're hybrids. And what I like to say to my students is that we kind of wipe away the bar lines. If you wipe away the bar lines, then really great things happen.